I'm very sure that you must be curious after reading the title of the video. Let me narrate you a small story. There was a warrior king and he was facing a very powerful enemy with a large army. And the warrior king was having a very small army. The warrior king was on continuous battle with his powerful enemy. He was not able to win. One day he takes a decision for his success. And he respects his decisions. One day he asked all his soldiers, he was having a very small army, asked all his soldiers that let's come go for a sail. He loads his soldiers, arms, ammunition, everything on a boat, and he leaves for the enemy territory. There they land on the enemy territory, and then the warrior king, he burns the boats. Everybody was shocked. Then by showing those boats, the burning boats, he asked his soldiers, are you seeing these burning boats? Remember one thing, we are going back to our homes only when we will win. We are going alive only when we will win. We are going alive only when we will win this battle. Remember, there is no choice. We win or we perish. This was his message before battle to his army. And then a history was created. His army won the battle with the powerful king and they returned back to home safely. But how was this possible? How was this possible? आप एक powerful king से लड़ रहे हो, powerful enemy से लड़ रहे हो. How was this possible? Let me narrate you another story. You must be familiar with the Great Chicago Fire. There was a Great Chicago Fire which burnt all the shops on the street, and there was a huge loss to all the merchants. The merchants, they gather over a conference to decide their fate, to decide whether they should rebuild this street or they should migrate to some other promising location in the country. All of them decided to migrate to some other promising location, except one. And that one person, he told his fellow merchants, gentlemen, are you seeing that spot, that burning shop? I'm going to rebuild world's largest store there. And then again a history was created, and that history led to the birth of the great entrepreneur of America, Marshall Field. And this is his store, the popular store. But again, this was possible because of the powerful state of mind which is known as burning desire. Be it this story or the previous story of the warrior king, the common factor is the burning desire, having no choice. Whenever we face any problem, the easiest choice is, the comfortable choice is to follow an easy path. This happens with all of us. At some or the other moment, we feel, okay, if we are facing any difficulty, any problem, let's choose the easiest path. That's what the merchants did in Chicago. But that is not how you create history. So my dear friends, you all must be having desires, wishes. You all must be having certain goals to achieve. You all must be having certain aims कि भाई ये करना है जीवन में, लेकिन उसको किया कैसे जाए? We often come across this question. हमारे students कहते हैं सर ये discipline कैसे maintain हो? How to get that goal? I'm trying, but I'm not able to. I've done everything, but I'm not able to. But my dear students or friends, whosoever is listening, remember one thing, that you have not done everything. And that everything includes your feeling, your emotions. Your everything includes a lot of things which we often ignore. So how to desire? I'm going to tell you how to desire scientifically. Yes. So let's understand it. There are 4 steps, rather 6 steps to desire scientifically. The first one, quantify your desires. We all need to quantify our desires. करना क्या है? रिच बनना है, कितना? रिच इज अ वेरी ब्रॉड टर्म. आपका दिमाग भी नहीं समझ पाएगा, आपका नेचर भी नहीं समझ पाएगा. सो वी नीड टू डिजायर साइंटिफिकली, वी नीड टू क्वांटिफाई. Some of you want to become IAS officers. You want to qualify this exam, UPSC exam. But in the starting, you don't have any aim. You think that okay, qualify हो जाए, बस लिस्ट में नाम आ जाए. लेकिन लिस्ट में कहाँ नाम आना है, क्या रैंक आनी है? Quantify it. Once you have quantified, once you have given a value to it, then you need to determine the efforts you need to fulfill that desire. रैंक 1 लानी है, रैंक 5 लानी है, रैंक 10 लाना है, या एक मिलियनेयर बनना है, बिलियनेयर बनना है. वॉट एवर योर गोल इज, वॉट एवर योर डिजायर इज, वॉट एवर योर विश इज, यू नीड टू डिटरमाइन द एफर्ट्स यू नीड टू पुट. अगर आपको रिच बनना है और बिलियनेयर मिलियनेयर बनना है, उस हिसाब से आपको एफर्ट डालने पड़ेंगे. आपको AIR 1 आना है, यू नीड टू पुट द एफर्ट्स अकॉर्डिंगली. डिटरमाइन इट. आफ्टर डिटरमाइनिंग इट, एस्टैब्लिश अ डेफिनेट डेट. कब तक रिच बनना है, कब तक ये रैंक लानी है, कब तक मेरा ये गोल होना है. प्रॉपर्टी खरीदनी है, गाड़ी घोड़ा बंगला फिट होना है. वॉट एवर इज योर डिजायर स्टेटमेंट इज, यू नीड टू डिफाइन अ डेफिनेट डेट कि इस तारीख तक मुझे ये सारी चीजें चाहिए. वंस यू हैव डिसाइडेड दैट डेट एज वेल, देन यू नीड टू हैव अ डेफिनेट प्लान फॉर द सेम. What plan? According to what plan you will become that? You have to wish, definitely. But your wish shall be guided by your action. So you need to have a definite plan for that. After these 4 steps, the remaining 2 steps, the next 2 steps are very, very crucial. Out of that, the 5th step is you need to write whatever 4 things you have done above. You need to write clearly your desire, you need to clearly write the efforts, you need to write the definite date and the definite plan for the same. Once you have written it clearly on a piece of paper, keep it with you. You need to read it aloud 2 times in a day. Once before you go to your bed in the night, and once after getting up early in the morning. जब भी आप उठते हो तब उसको पढ़ो. These 6 steps will ingrain your desire, the action which you need to take for those desires. They will remind you about the date. They will remind you about the actions which you need to take, the efforts which you need to put. जब आपके सामने इतना क्लियरली होगा और जब आप बार बार खुद को याद दिलाओगे, जब बार बार खुद को पढ़ोगे, then the change will happen. And let me tell you one very important advice. How these 6 steps scientifically will lead to fulfillment of your desire, or how you will be able to achieve it. Because one thing you need to do, ये सब करने के बाद भी नहीं मिलेगा. But when you are reading it aloud, at that time you need to feel it. You need to feel it. You need to see yourself. You need to visualize yourself as if you have fulfilled your desire, as if you have achieved your goal. ऐसा मान लो, ऐसा फील करो कि ये हो चुका है. ऐसा आपने अक्सर सुना होगा, जो लोग IAS की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, जब आप इंटरव्यू देने जाते हो, आपसे अक्सर ऐसा कहा जाता है, जब आप एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में, आप जब इंटरव्यू बोर्ड के सामने जाओगे, वॉक लाइक एन IAS ऑफिसर, टॉक लाइक एन IAS ऑफिसर, एंड leave the room like an IAS officer. That is possible only when you will feel that you have already become an IAS officer. You will think like them. You will analyze like them. You will speak like them. Your words will be very powerful, very catchy, very impactful. And accordingly, you will put your efforts to get your goal. So this is very, very important that when you are following these 6 steps, the last step, you need to feel it. You need to see yourself as if that has been already achieved. Trust me, this has been tried and tested. I am very sure that you all must have come across these steps, but कभी हम follow नहीं करते हैं. We don't gather that courage to follow it because ये time लगता है feel करने में, अपने mind को train करने में. It is time taking process and it is definitely not something very easy. So We need to have that burning desire, and that burning desire should be fueled by these 6 steps. I'm very sure whatever your wish is, whatever you are desiring for your life will get fulfilled. So let's try it out, right? So thank you everyone. I'm sure that you will try it out, and let's see how you are going to create your history. और जिस दिन वो history create करना, let us know. See you all. Take care. Bye bye.